Welcome to your As Above, So Below reading. Today is Thursday, April 17th, 2025. You guys, I feel like you guys are looking to the, really just kind of starting to look to the future. Whatever you're doing right now, you may feel like just on the verge of burnout or stress. Why am I saying that? I did happen to see the 10 of Pentacles and the let me rephrase that. The 10 of Wands as well as the 3 of Wands, okay? So whatever it is that you're doing now, it's like you understand that it cannot be sustained. So let's get into the reading and see if we get a little bit more clarification there. But I definitely just picked up on that, and had to speak about it. But I did see those two cards on one of the splits. Hope everyone is doing well otherwise. It's like I can't believe it's already mid-April, but I'm excited, for the weather and everything. Probably gonna go to Houston again this weekend, just because my brother happened to be going down for an appointment, and my mom was in Mexico for a few weeks, so definitely want to go visit her. No lie, I was hoping we'd be back by Sunday, which happens to be 4/20, but it's just I was planning, if I was to stay in Austin, there's actually like an Austin Reggae Fest. I'm not sure if that's the exact name of it, but they'll be playing basically 3 days, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So for those of you that can go, definitely go check it out. I was gonna try and head over there with one of my girlfriends, but anyway, there's some things I think I need to do in Houston. That, and there's some close neighbors that they're not doing very well. So a much older couple, so I want to definitely go see them as well. As above, King of Swords in the reverse, so below, 10 of Pentacles. As within, the 5 of Pentacles, and so without, the 3 of Pentacles. Everything's in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot in the reverse. It's funny because, I don't want to say funny, it's just interesting. I really can't it's like I feel like this is the first time I've had a reading legit where just everything came out in the reverse. So it's kind of like what I was, right? I was like, let's see if this plays out into our reading. But definitely right now, really is, and I mean, look, you've got one major arcana, okay, the Chariot, which happened to be at the bottom of the deck. And I take the bottom of the deck card typically as the foundational energy in the reading, and we have the Chariot in the reverse. And the Chariot truly, first and foremost, from what I've just experienced, really speaks to control, guys. And the fact that it is in the reverse, definitely hints to me that you feel a sense of a lack of control. Again, things may be spiraling out of hand, especially in the workplace, or if you have your own project or business that you're running, or maybe it's just in the everyday to-day life, but actually, now that I'm really looking at it, guys, this is tough. It's like I was saying all that, right? And then I look down and it's like, yeah, guys, in the area, in the place of career, something you're doing to earn your pentacles, perhaps, your foundational security area of love, finances here with the 5 of Pentacles reverse. Although, this is a good indicator here for me that things are, you may feel a loss of control at this time, but some way, somehow, it's like you're within, right? That's your as within card. So within, how can I explain it? Within, it's like, basically you're really trying to basically you're just, you know, even if you kind of feel, you know, left out in the cold a little bit, or a little chilly, if you will, you know, you're really doing your best to be grateful every day, or whatever that looks like to you. Like you're still, it's like you haven't totally given up here, guys, okay? It's just that, man, you're going through some heartache here, or some, not even heartache, excuse me, just you're going through a lot of intense energies. But let's start here with the Chariot, okay, in the reverse. This can speak to essentially the feeling of, you know, feeling directionless, feeling a lack of control, feeling powerless, and possibly even obstructed. The reverse Chariot's appearance in a reading can help you realize that you have perhaps started too many projects at the same time and are now unable to resolve all the conflicts in time. This could be touching on the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, especially if you work with teammates, you know, have colleagues. Okay, so with the Chariot in the reverse, and also, you know, to me, I go back to the Ten of Wands that we saw, okay? So perhaps, yes, whatever it is, I don't know if these are personal projects, work projects, but you're feeling like you just don't have enough energy to do it all, you know, and it's starting to come to a head. Now, take this as it resonates, guys. Some of you, there's like two energies I'm getting here. Some of you, at least I'm talking in the area of just love right now. Some of you may be feeling, or okay, let me put it this way. Maybe trying to force a situation to like, or force a situation to heal, or like force a situation to fix. I don't know how, I had said it like better in my head, but you're, it's like you're just trying to force something that it's like, I feel like, you know, it's just, it's not the right way, it's not the right path. I mean, I don't know, you know, just take it as it resonates. I definitely feel that perhaps you guys are, you know, definitely in a marriage, perhaps a marriage that is just no longer serving your highest good. You know, it's just, it's essentially dissolving at this time. Okay, now, lastly, this can also indicate, you know, just a lack of direction in your general life, you know, overall. You are at the mercy of opposing forces and obstacles and cannot seem to muster the strength to take over, okay? Hence, again, seeing the Ten of Wands. But again, with the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, it's like that Three of Wands really, to me, indicates long-term vision, you know, really kind of starting to, you know, just kind of, again, take a look at all the situation, you know, take a look at that Ten of Wands and like, what am I doing wrong here? Because you're, again, you're burnt out, you're stressed, or you're close to, you know, feeling like you're burnt out, but you're just experiencing a lot of, you know, weight on your shoulders, if you will, at this time. And I feel like, I mean, again, I don't know if you're able to delegate. Perhaps, you know, you have intentions to delegate, but perhaps you have insubordinate colleagues, you know, whatever the case is, guys, you know, and that can even be also, you know, the Ten of Wands taking into account family life, you know, especially if you do have, you know, kids with this person, or even animals, like the whole shebang, the house. It's like, you know, so you're not only are you a parent and a spouse and a colleague, it's just a lot, you know, plus on top of that, you're trying to do maybe side projects or things for yourself, right? So just, guys, right now, just, yeah, you guys just kind of feel like directionless. You're coming on to that again, to that just feeling of just stress and feeling burnt out from too much, too much that you're carrying. So again, of course, if possible, delegate, where possible. Okay. Now, I want to start with the King of Swords, whom we have here in the reverse, and this is coming in for your as above. We can interpret this card essentially as how your thoughts, okay, how your own thoughts and mindset are affecting the situation, or are affecting your 3D, right, your reality. Now, what I'm getting mostly from this card is, take this as it resonates, but I really feel the majority of you here have, really like to be in control, or, you guys may be very organized and, have a certain system, that type of thing, where it's like you'd rather just handle things yourself, right? What is, if you want something done, right, might as well do it, or better to do it yourself. So I kind of have a feeling that you're, a perfectionist, if you will. And that's probably why you're just like, okay, yes, I'll do that. Just let me do that. No, I'll handle that. But you're looking back and it's like, your list of, your list, it's like you've run out of paper, right? You've already filled the paper up with like a to-do list, and it's like you realize like you're trying to add one more, and it's like, oh, like, where am I even gonna fit this? I haven't even like touched on the A, B, C, D. So that's really what I'm getting here. Okay, and again, yes, the King of Swords reversed is all about integrity, okay, and the right use of power. All right, and I think that that's really what it's like you do lead by integrity, and that's why perhaps you feel that you need to really be handling everything, okay, so that you see to it that it gets done in the right fashion. But overall, guys, this what was I just talking about? Excuse me. Oh yeah, we were talking about integrity and the right use of power, and this basically, this authentic power comes from within, guys. So you guys are self-assured and confident individuals, and at this time, it's like, and it's going back to the Three of Pentacles here. It's like, this card reminds you to understand, remember essentially that we cannot control anyone else's actions, guys. We can only control our own actions. And that's probably why you were like, I literally can't count on this, like these people or this team, or take it as it's my husband, my kids, whatever. Like, no, you just feel like you just have to do everything yourself. Okay, so that's the thoughts, the mindset. So let's take a look then at the Ten of Pentacles. All right, the Ten of Pentacles is coming in the reverse, and this is coming in for your below card. The below card can be read as the earthly influences, or simply how your 3D, your body, your behavior, your health are affecting your reality at this time. So the Ten of Pentacles reverse, my friends, this can speak to family disputes. This can even speak to bankruptcy and debt. And then perhaps if that does resonate with some of you, perhaps there was a financial, basically a financial situation that occurred that, it's just, it really has you reflecting. It definitely kind of perhaps took a little bit more of a blow than you were expecting. This can speak to fleeting success, which, I feel like that's really going back kind of to like the workplace situation. This could speak to conflict over money, especially, between you and your person, if you are so in a relationship or married or what have you. This just really overall too, guys. Oh, I'm still holding the Five of Pentacles. But this truly overall, you know, speaks to instability. Okay, and I'm gonna point it out here too because I was kind of feeling it earlier. This can speak to breaking traditions. And by breaking traditions, what I'm really feeling is divorce, you know, divorce or separation, you know, whatever the case is. I just feel like you are getting to the point where it's like, I can't deal with any more BS on my plate. All right, so take that if it resonates. You know, there could be outside opinions coming in as well from friends, family, yada, yada, about the situation between you and this person. You know, but you feel too, I mean, somehow in the career area of the career, you know, in the area of career, you know, this could speak to company disillusion, debt even in the company, or an unstable career. But yeah, I mean, as I said in the beginning, it's like definitely I am, you know, it's like career, love, and finance. I'm all seeing here on the table. Now, luckily, the finances are taking a turn here. But that's because I don't know what it is that you're doing within, right? Because this is your, you know, this is essentially like, you know, your soul. So this is how you're really reacting and looking at things. So I do like to see that. So I'm like, you know, there's definitely hope here, guys, to essentially regain control, okay, of your life. All right. So definitely, this is not like a total loss situation, okay? Nothing really ever is it? But, you know, just finishing up with the Ten of Pentacles, guys. You know, this can signify that you've recently gone through a challenging time and maybe feeling a lack of security, especially if it is, you know, if you are thinking about separating from your person. And especially if you have children, house, animal. I mean, you know. This is a reminder, however, that at this very moment, you do have everything you need to tap into happiness. Okay, so what I mean, and with the Ten of Wands coming out, you know, I don't know how much time you give to yourself, guys, but I mean, even if, my goodness, it's 5 to 10 minutes a day, just to do something small for yourself or that you enjoy doing, I don't know, you know, like something, but, you know, really try to make a little bit of time for yourself here, okay? Because again, with that Ten of Wands, guys, I mean, the energy's heavy, you know, the energy's heavy. It's just, there's a lot. It's like there's so much you don't even want to just think, you know, about it. All right, so as above, so below. So, okay, let's touch on the Five of Pentacles, okay? Which again, I'm happy to see coming in here. The Five of Pentacles reversed. It's like I said earlier, positive changes are starting to occur within yourself. You may be, I think, you know, from whatever this financial blow was, whether this is for one or both of you, but especially you, some way, somehow, you're starting to recover from the loss. You know, you're overcoming adversity, and take this as it resonates, but perhaps you're really you may be really putting energy into healing yourself, but as you heal yourself, forgiving others, forgiving the situations at hand. The Five of Pentacles reversed is a positive omen, okay? If you have been feeling as though you have been struggling lately. So like, you know, with the with that Ten of Wands, guys, you know, and Three of Wands, I can just tell that you need a change, you know. Cat hair, okay. You know, so you know, I think what's actually helping too is that you're actually starting to open yourself up more to others. Now, take that as it resonates. I feel like perhaps you may have been just so absorbed in all the Ten of Wands things that you're doing that you really haven't taken much time you know, for yourself or to really hang out with friends or family. But I feel like now you're just starting to kind of open yourself up more to new experiences, okay? And really, guys, life really is all about the experiences. You know, that's why we agree to come into these non-physical bodies, you know, as physical source. Now, this also indicates, okay, either friendship at work. So you could have good, you know, a few, you know, one or two good friends that you're, you know, enjoy hanging out with in the workplace. This can also, though, speak to end of work hardships, okay? So take that as it resonates. You know, there may be something in the company where it's like, hey, you know, we may do this, we may go this way or go this way. And so, you know, if that resonates, it's gonna be an option that essentially, you know, will make your work life or career or just position. Something about this call is going to make, you know, your workplace hardships much, you know, basically just disappear, if you will. This card reminds us to connect to our power and capabilities, and it suggests that any problems with money and income, as well as even difficulties in business, guys, again, if you are attempting to start projects on this side, you know, or in addition to, you know, perhaps a 9-to-5 type situation, understand that all of this will be overcome, you know, all of these challenges, all of these problems. And this can also indicate that you guys could possibly receive a temporary job or some type of job offer or some type of, you know, some type of offer, you know, from someone that wants to work with you in some, you know, in some way. Okay. Now, lastly, we have the Three of Pentacles. So that was your as within, and now we're touching on your so without. And if I didn't mention before, again, this is your as within. So very, very positive energy here. The as within really, it gives you insights into how your own emotions and essentially like what you're what frequency are you vibrating at. That's why I was so happy to see this in the position that it is, because whether you're even aware of it or not, you're starting to move into the direction of things that bring you joy, of positivity, of better feeling thoughts. And that's just, you know, I mean, really, when you're vibrating, guys, that's why I said earlier, your soul, this, like, I take this card as your soul. When you're vibrating with this kind of energy, guys, no problem. Like, in no time, you're going to be able to regain control, lessen the burdens that you're carrying right now. We'll finish up here with the Three of Pentacles reverse. So, you know, this really is a lack of cohesion, a lack of teamwork, okay? But there's definitely conflict here, guys, possibly even competition in the workplace. But, you know, if it's not in the workplace, it's some type of group dynamics, but, you know, take that as it resonates. And you guys may feel, or you may have been feeling lately, that your work has just been undervalued or unappreciated, okay? And again, I was just touching on the within card. The without card is essentially giving us insights into how your external circumstances are affecting you. For example, the people in your life, the people in your life, the career you hold, right? You know, so all that basically, if you know, sorry, I got a little distracted there with my kitty. Okay. But, you know, so essentially something about just, you know, not having support from your loved ones, okay, or from colleagues. And, you know, because of all this, right, because of feeling like your work hasn't been necessarily valued or appreciated, this could basically have led to a lack of motivation in your or commitment in your work, okay? But this is a reminder to evaluate the situation from a higher perspective, and look for, again, and look for any better feeling thought, or how you can make the situation as positive as possible, or how you can make the situation, benefit your highest good, and as best you can. Okay, let's take an advice card, guys, because a lot of this, guys, when it's external influences that are affecting our control, there's really nothing we can do but work on our inner selves, and that's what you're doing here at this time. Now let's take a look, guys. I mean, you're not feeling emotionally fulfilled here, okay? Just right off the bat here with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, this really speaks to you. It's just take it as emotional, or just emotional loss, feeling unloved, or just feeling gloomy. But it can also, that's what I was trying to say, it can signal that you're experiencing an emotional blockage at this time, or just, an emotional imbalance, I should say. You may be going through a period where you are repressing your emotions, okay? Just to kind of keep the peace, or just because, again, you just don't even want to deal. Reversed in love, though, guys, you really are thinking about separation here, okay? And it's just putting you in a very sad, it's sad, and it's putting you in a very vulnerable and perhaps insecure feeling in terms, in the way of love, especially, if you, and I really feel that you do have really the whole shebang with the family, the spouse, the children, and even pets, even the home. I really feel like there's just so much that you would have, you would just, I think what it is you feel like, you'd be turning basically everyone's worlds upside down. But guys, life moves on, okay? But we need to be taking care of ourselves, okay? Only then, literally, once we're in the best spirits, then everyone around us is going to be in the, what I mean? By you raising your vibration, which is what you're doing, again, whether you're aware of it or not, everyone around you also is seeing that, or not even seeing, whether they're seeing it or not, it's just by default, they're getting your good vibrations, your good frequencies, and their cells are reacting to those frequencies, most likely unbeknownst to them. And again, this can just reiterating again, feeling unmotivated and bored at job, or having some unfriendly colleagues. This is also going back to touching on, just disappointing news in terms of finances. So again, this is a second call to take time to engage in activities that truly bring you joy, guys, okay? This will get your creativity and joy flowing again. So it's time to practice self-love, self-expression, and to connect with your intuition. And just be careful here, guys, with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and just take it as it resonates. But, this could speak to being maybe intolerant or self-absorbed. Again, take that as it resonates. Maybe you could be really short with your person right now on certain things, and then you end up feeling bad about it later, but you don't know why you treat them like that. And then it's like this, just kind of clash of the inner self and the ego. You could feel that you perhaps got into this relationship for the wrong reasons. Something as simple as, oh, I was so young when I got married, or basically to that effect. Now, So again, you just got called to practice self-love, self-forgiveness, and engage in activities that bring you joy. Message number 2. If you've been going through a period of stress or anxiety, this card is a reminder to tend to your inner garden. Be compassionate and be gentle with yourself. So as you go through this 10 of Wands energy, you know, again, the most important thing, you're already on the right path. I really liked to see, you know, your as within card. So continue to take small steps in that direction. Delegate if possible, you know, where possible. And again, very big call, most, you know, from source to just be easy on yourself, have fun, you know, forgive yourself, love yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.